Whenever I've had the opportunity to teach through the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapters 5, 6, and 7, there's something I've always done that might seem a little bit odd. I always start at the end. Let me explain why. Jesus ends the Sermon on the Mount with a very simple parable that goes something like this. A wise man built his house upon a rock, and a foolish man built his house on the sand. What's the difference between the two? When the storms come, the house that is built on a solid rock will stand firm, while the house that's built on the sand will go splat. Now, it's easy for us to try to come up with explanations for what this parable means. I've often heard it said that the wise man is a Christian and the foolish man is not a Christian. That sounds like a convenient explanation, but before we make a statement like that, we ought to look closely at the parable and see if Jesus himself explained it. Because if Jesus explained it, we should not be making up our own explanations. And Jesus did explain this parable. "Whoever hears these words of mine," he said, "and obeys them, is like the wise man." Interesting, isn't it? Whoever hears these words of mine and obeys them. And it's oddly specific, too. He doesn't say, whoever hears my words. He says, whoever hears these words of mine. Which words is he talking about? Well, the words he has just spoken. And this is why I always start the Sermon on the Mount by talking about the end of it. Jesus gives us 3 full chapters of teaching and then says, if you want to have a stable life that withstands the troubles and the trials of this world and this life, this is how you need to live. This is Jesus' manifesto about the stable life. So, what is your foundation like? If you don't know, take some time to sit down with your Bible and read Matthew 5, 6, and 7. And ask yourself, what's my foundation like?